Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you all? I hope you all are fine with the grace of Almighty Allah. Today is very important topic, and so watch this video till end, because as you know how to create the Excel file in a Python, this is also very important because we will use the Excel file for data analysis purpose. And inshallah, in the coming video where we will use the machine learning algorithms, how we can analyze the big data, so we will use the CSV file and the Excel file. Okay, so moving toward the machine learning, we should know how we can create the Excel file and how we can add the worksheet and how we can add the data in a row and the column as a 2D matrix. So first step here is we need to import the XLS writer. Okay, so here import XLS Writer. So this is the module we need to import. So first you need to download this module in your Excel and then you can import it here. Okay, XLS module as a, we can say XW. So as a XW we can use this module here, and after that what we need to do, we need to then the next step is to create a new workbook object using a workbook constructor. Okay, so how we can create it? Suppose you can write this variable workbook. This is the variable, and here we will use XLS Writer. Sorry, don't use the XLS Writer because we will use XW. So instead of XL, so we will use XW dot. So here we will use add worksheet function, but first we need to create a workbook here. Okay, so create a new workbook, and so we will use this workbook object, and then we need to write the workbook name. So the workbook name we can say haidertech dot XlsxX file. Okay, so this is the file name, double colon, always use a double colon. Okay, and this is XW. So here this is your module. So this module you are going to use this function, workbook function. Okay, so this workbook function, what it will do, it will create a new workbook object using this workbook constructor. So workbook take one optional argument, as I told you. So this the file name to create the file. Okay, so this is the file name, so it will create this file. And so let me run the program, and then you will see, now you can see here it has created this haidertech.xls file. Now you can see, now here you can see this Excel file has been created, and here now we can use the worksheet. Okay, so we can add, by default it will consider there is no worksheet. Okay, so but how we can add the worksheet? So simply you can write here suppose worksheet 1. So we can say worksheet 1. So this is the worksheet 1. We will use workbook dot add worksheet. So we are going to add the worksheet with this title. Here is haidertech. So the worksheet name will be the haidertech, and sorry, worksheet, and the first we also need to remove this one. Okay, and here we also need to close the workbook dot close. Okay, now you can see here, so it should also close. Now you can see here, so this is the worksheet 1. So we have created the worksheet, we have added the worksheet. If you want to add more worksheet, see here, now I have added a one workbook here. You will see the one workbook, and now in this Excel sheet, so this is your workbook. Okay, if you need to add one more sheet, so you can add it here, but this sheet let me close first, and then we will add through the Python program. If we need to add one more sheet here, okay, the Excel sheet, so how we can add it? So again I will just show you here. Simply you can go for, suppose W2 is equal to, now simply we will copy the same add worksheet, and here we can say, so the second sheet we can say, okay, like. Okay, so now let me run and you will see here. So you have two worksheets. Okay, so this is the header tag, this is one sheet, and this is another one, like. If you want to add more new sheet, so you can add it. Okay, so you can add in this way. You can see here, so header tag, like, and this one. Okay, now the first thing we have done, we have adding the worksheet, and now we can add a data in a row and the column. So how we can add a data in a row and the column of our Excel sheet? So this is very important now. So say here, so we have, so suppose we are interested in workbook 1, okay, because we have two worksheets now inside the Excel file. So sheet 1 we call it header tag, and the sheet 2 we call it like. Okay, so we will add in W1. Okay, so if we will add in W1, so first of all this write function will be used. So which function will be used? The write function will be used to add the data in a row, in a row and a column. So write. Okay, so here write XlsxWrite, or we can simply write first we can go for this object W1. In this sheet we are going to add W1 dot write. Okay, so we are going to use this write function to add the data in a sheet. Okay, to add the data in a worksheet. Okay, so here write. Now, so where we need to add column, and so we need to define, so what are the data we need to add. Okay, suppose we need to add a data, like suppose we have A1. Okay, so A1 means cell number, row 1, column 1, A1. Okay, A1, so we need to add this data A1. So what should be the data we need to add? Suppose we need to add name. Okay, so the name, how you can add the name? Suppose any name, student name, we can say student name, and then this is the first row in cell A1. We are going to add this data. Okay, now W1 dot write, and here, so in B1, okay, sorry, again the same B1, and then so marks. Okay, so we are going to add the marks. Okay, student marks, or we can say the marks, total marks, sorry, marks, no problem, marks, marks. Okay, so marks, marks. So we are going to add this data and this data. Okay, now let's see, now let me run this program and you will see how it will look like. Now header.txt, now you can see here, so the first is, if you will see here, student name, and so it is in A1, and this is B. Okay, if you will see here, so this is A1, so we add this data, student name. Okay, we add student name, and in B1, if you will see here, this is B1, so B1 we add this data, marks, if you will see here. Okay, in B1. Okay, so we add the data in our Excel file. Okay, so you can add more data as you wish. So now we can do some we can add some more data. So if we need to add a data here, okay, suppose we have, this is our Excel file, you can see here, so this is our Excel file. So here we need to add the student names. Okay, different names, suppose 1, 2, 3, here we can add Ali, Heather, Meher, Hassan, anything, Muhammad. So if you need to add the data in this column A, row A2, A3, A4, and here we need to add the marks. Okay, so how we can add this data in Excel file? So we need to create a list. Okay, so first of all we need to create a list here, and then we can list name, we can say the name here, the name. So what are the name we need to add in this column A1 column? So we need to add the names here. Okay, so the list, we can create the list by this way, and the first name, suppose as I told you, Ali, and the second name, let's say we have Heather, Heider, Heather, and the third name we can, let's say you have Meher. Okay, so these three names, let me add these three names, and and their marks as well. Marks mean m. Okay, so this is our marks m, or m is equal to marks is equal to, let's say here the list, and in the marks we can have suppose 70, and here it can be a 80, and then you can add 85. Okay, so these marks if you need to add. Okay, so we have created these two lists. So the list name is name, and the marks m. So 70, 80 and 85. Ali got 70 marks, Heather get 80 marks, and Meher get 85 marks. Okay, so we have created these two lists and the list name and m. Okay, so now I need to add this data in Excel file. Okay, so how I can add? So because first we have worksheet 1. Okay, so we need to tell, so this is our worksheet 1 and write. So this is the function we are going to use, and here first of all you need to tell this is A2. Okay, A2, cell number 2. Okay, cell number A2. Okay, and here you need to add the data. Okay, so sorry, A2, and so here we can say the name, so the list. So first, as I told you, so I told you before, so here we will use the indexing. Okay, so rows and columns are 0 indexing. Okay, the first cell in the worksheet, as I told you, A1 is 0 row and 0 column. So here we will identify is 0. Okay, so here it will start from the 0. Okay, and then we will just copy and paste, and here, sorry, A2, copy, paste. So this is A2, but here we have A3, and here we can go for index number 1. Okay, and then we can go for another A3, then A4, A2, A3 and A4, and here index number 2. Okay, let me check, and we can run this program and we can check. Let me open the Excel file and we will see. You can see here, so this is the Ali, Heather and Meher, so it is added here. Okay, you can see A2, A3 and this one. So this is the list A of 0. So what is in A of 0? Ali. So what is, sorry, here the name, the list name 1 Heather. Okay, 2 Meher. Okay, if you have more, so you can add more. Suppose if you need to add the marks as well, so how you can add the marks? Simply you can just simply write W2 write, but here your column is B2 column, and here instead of name, so you have M. Okay, M of 0. Okay, M of 0. Okay. So let me add the data here, M of 1. Okay, and here 2. Okay, see, so A3, B2, B3 and B4. Okay, now you will see 0, 1 and 2. So we will see, so Ali has 70 marks, Heather 80, Meher 85. So let me run the program, and okay, please always close the Excel file. Okay, otherwise it will give you the error message. So here let me run the program, and let me open, and you can see here, so here Ali 70, Heather 80, Meher 85. So did you observe? So this is the way you can add the data. Okay, so this is the way you can add the data in a worksheet, in a rows and the column. So this is not a professional way to do it, but we can even we can use a loop here, the for loop, in order to add the data. Okay, this is not the professional way. In the next video I will show you how you can add the data by using a for loop. Instead of writing all these number of lines, so we can use a for loop instead of this one. In the next video I will explain you how you can add the for loop instead of adding line by line. If you have more number of data, then the program becomes so complex and so lengthy. So better to use a for loop rather than this line by line adding. Okay, so thanks for watching, and see you inshallah in next video. Thank you.